The biggest shopping season of the year is in full swing, and many consumers are entering the holidays strapped for cash. For some, that means maxing out their credit cards. Others may be considering taking out a payday loan. It's a quick way to get money without the need of a credit check. But these popular loans are trapping many Americans in a crushing cycle of debt. The National Association of Evangelicals recently called for an investigation in predatory lending abuses. Joining us via Skype for more on that is NAE Vice President Galen Carey. Thanks for joining us.
Thank you.
Now, Mr. Carey, your organization is speaking out about the dangers of payday loans. What are some of those dangers?
Well, first of all, we know that the Bible does not condemn responsible credit, but it does definitely condemn the abuse of poor people through usury and oppression. And what we see happening across the country is that companies are using slick marketing to entrap people of very modest means in debt that becomes a crushing burden that they can't escape from. What they are being offered are very short-term, 2-week loans called payday loans, which have to be repaid in full with the next paycheck. And these lenders do not use any of the standard underwriting practices which would require them to find out whether people could actually afford to repay their loan after 2 weeks. In fact, they can't. And in fact, the lenders do not want them to. They want them to have to take out a new loan, pay new interest and new fees for another 2 weeks, and then the cycle goes on. And as a result, people often pay between 300 to 500% effective annual interest for these very small loans.
Wow. And who are actually the targets for such predatory lending practices?
Well, many times if you visit military bases, you'll see that there are payday lenders around those communities, but any poor communities around the country where people are constantly short of money and where they're often in desperate circumstances. And as you mentioned, especially during the holidays, there's a special focus on trying to get people to take out these loans in order to buy Christmas gifts for their kids. And as a result, they wind up with long-term debt that oftentimes they can't escape from.
And it's also those title loans that we often see being advertised as well. Well, the NAE recently sent a resolution to the Consumer Financial Protection Bureau to actually investigate predatory lending abuses and to establish just regulations that protect the poor. Tell us more about that.
Yes, what we are calling on the Consumer Finance Protection Bureau, as well as other state and federal officials with responsibilities in this area, to investigate abuses and to establish just regulations which would allow for responsible credit to be provided, but which would not allow for the usury and the predatory loans and title loans, which right now are putting many people at great risk. But our resolution also addresses the church, and we say that the church is a place that should be modeling and teaching responsible stewardship, which involves establishing disciplined savings. Every family needs a rainy day fund because all of us face unexpected needs from time to time. So we should be setting aside money for those purposes. Now, it's not easy when the budget is tight, but with discipline and persistence, it can be done. And the church is a place that teaches these values. And then it also can establish deacons funds, which provide for gifts in times of emergency so that people don't have to turn to these predatory lenders.
It's a very, very important issue. Thank you so much, Galen Carey with the NAE, for joining us and for your insights today.
You're welcome.